Hello, welcome to Bipolar Living with Michael Armstrong, Part 7. I want to begin to describe the summer of 1970 when I turned 20 and when I first slipped into a psychotic break or became insane due to my bipolar condition. My next door neighbor was a member of the Catholic men's group, the Knights of Columbus, and they ran a camp near Orillia, Ontario called Columbus Boys Camp. And Mr. Roberts, my neighbor, asked me if I would like to work that summer as a helper in the camp kitchen. I'd had a sheltered existence, more or less, not working in summers before that time, but I did say yes to his offer. I ended up at camp early that spring after my first year university and went right to work in getting it ready for the summer. Eventually, 3 other young men joined me to be part of our crew in the kitchen with 2 elderly women and one of their partners, a man, as the cooks. And one of these guys was so beautiful looking that he fed right into my always fascination with handsome young men that I had kept mostly a secret all my life. So what was I to do with this person right under my nose in a tiny cabin that we all shared? I decided I would try and become his best friend that summer, find ways to make him happy with me and willing to become a good friend. I actually had no idea what I would want beyond that from him, despite the intense feelings I had of same-sex attraction. So that summer I began a process of trying to win his favor and also to help in friendship with the other 2 men, the young men in the cabin. I had relatives down the road from the cabin in cottages, including one man who was my mother's cousin, who would be like an uncle to me. And in my job to make the lives of my coworkers happy, I decided to try and arrange for them to bring their 3 girlfriends to the camp one weekend to spend that time with them. And I asked my uncle, as it were, if they could sleep in his outfitted garage beside his cottage, and he said yes initially. In any case, the whole adventure became a disaster when he confronted these young women when they arrived, wanting to know their phone numbers so he could phone their parents about where they were. It was a very embarrassing situation for me as I tried to set up something fun for my coworkers, and this had blown up in our faces. So I remember weeping that night as I wandered back to my cabin over my uncle's behavior. The summer went by. By August, the time of my 20th birthday, this young man that I was so infatuated with had become, I think, a little fed up with my somewhat overzealous behavior towards him, and I was getting on his nerves, in other words. And there was a picture taken at the time of him holding his fist over my head with a thumbs down signal as being part of his expression of his distaste with my behavior. So it was about communication, or the lack thereof, became the key theme for me that summer, and I'll talk more about what happened after that fateful birthday the next time we get together. So God bless you and keep you, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.